Hi there, this is going to be a review of the Lenovo Yoga 710. Unveiled at MWC in February 2016, it comes in 3 screen sizes, 11 inches, 14 inches and 15 inches. The model here is the 14-inch variant. This is a successor to the Lenovo Yoga 700, but this is more than just a simple under-the-hood spec bump. It comes with an Intel Skylake 6th generation Core i7-6500U processor with the base clock speed of 2.5 GHz with turbo boost up to 3.1 GHz, 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, 256 GB M2 SSD on a SATA 3 interface, an NVIDIA GeForce 940MX GPU, a 14-inch 1080p touch IPS display, 802.11 AC and Bluetooth 4.1. On the left side we have a power jack, a charging indicator light, an SD card slot, a headphone microphone combo jack and a small pinhole for accessing the recovery mode. On the right side there is a power indicator light, the power button, a micro HDMI port and 2 USB 3.0 ports. The last USB port is an always on port that you can use to charge your phone even when the laptop is off. On the front there is nothing, and on the back there are plenty of ventilation holes and really solid hinges. Now since this is a yoga machine, the screen can fold all the way backwards, so you have your usual modes: laptop mode, presentation mode, tent mode and the tablet mode. The laptop is 17.3mm thick and it weighs in at 1.55 kilograms, which makes it thinner and lighter than the current 2015 13-inch MacBook Pro. Of course, it's a bit heavy for one-handed use as a tablet, but feels light enough to use in tablet mode sitting in a couch. The keyboard has 2 levels of backlighting, which isn't very evident when the lights are on, so one doesn't really need backlighting in a well-lit room, unlike some other laptops. Now the keyboard is fantastic to type on and it's very similar in feel to that of the MacBook Pro. The only quirk with the keyboard is that the right shift key is to the left of the arrow keys and is a little small, so it will take a while to get used to it. The trackpad is good and recognizes gestures well for the most part. It's not a glass trackpad unfortunately, but that by no means a deal breaker. Because the entire body is made of aluminium, there is no flex on the keyboard, or rather anywhere on the laptop. The screen is pretty rigid and I'm trying really hard to flex it. Same thing goes for the body of the laptop. It's really well built. It's got chamfered edges all around, which gives a really premium feel to the laptop. There's plenty of ventilation, with the intake at the bottom and the exhaust ports at the back, which do a great job of pushing the heat away from the user. Since there are vents even at the top edge, just below the screen, so they won't get blocked no matter how you place the laptop. Now all this aluminium also acts as a great heat sink, which further assists in keeping the machine cool. There are 2 fans inside that rarely kick in under light use and are very silent when they do kick in. The only time the machine gets hot is under extreme load, like when rendering a video in a video editor. Even then, the palm rest area and the touchpad are very cool to the touch. The screen is a 14-inch Full HD one. Being an IPS display, the viewing angles are great. It's not a super sharp QHD one like the one on the Yoga 900, but the upside of having a 1080p display is that it requires much less power, as fewer number of pixels means less power is required to push them. It's a perfectly sharp display from normal viewing distance of 1.5 to 2 feet from the screen. The brightness gets up to 300 nits and has adaptive backlighting of the display, which isn't intrusive at all and can be easily disabled if needed. It supports 10-point multi-touch and gestures like pinch to zoom work great. The screen also doesn't wobble back and forth much when tapping on it. The bezels are super slim, almost like the ones on the Dell XPS 13 and 15. As a bonus, the 720p webcam is placed in the right position, the center at the top of the screen. Opening the screen is definitely a two-handed affair, as the screen is held down by what seems like to be some very strong magnets. For connecting an external display, the micro HDMI port supports up to a 4K display. The speakers are downward firing and are decent enough to fill up a 16 by 12 feet room with sound. They don't have much in the name of bass though. It also comes with Dolby Surround software, and it does a surprisingly good job of making a virtual sound effect. I didn't know about this initially, and I kept getting up to look outside the window, wondering where certain sounds were coming from when I would be watching videos on it. Battery life is another strong point for the Yoga 710. It comes with a 53 watt-hour battery, and with screen brightness at around 60%, I've been getting around 8 to 9 hours of light web browsing combined with some MS Office work and a few YouTube videos. It has an express charging mode that you can enable, which charges the battery almost 30% faster than normal. The charger is small and lightweight, making it easy to carry around in a backpack. I wish they would have retained the USB charging port from the Yoga 700 though, which is sadly replaced by a proprietary charger. Now there are a few shortcomings. The port selection could have been a lot better. Additional USB ports, a USB Type-C port, or a full-size HDMI port would have been welcome additions. Now coming to the price. It retails for $799 in the US and for Rs 85,000 in India at launch, which makes it a great premium 2-in-1 convertible for the price. Lenovo has done a great job with this laptop, and if you're looking to buy a well-built convertible laptop without breaking the bank, this is highly recommended. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Live long and prosper.